s1mple shows the bomb to Faze, and despite Navi having control of the B site, s1mple still rotates out back towards A.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join DreamTeam.gg today.
Hey guys, what's going on? s1mple, obviously, very important player for Navi, probably one of the best players in the world, if not the best. So I'm going to talk about what he does here. We all know he has incredible aim, but I want to talk about some of the stuff he does that isn't aim-based, and how he positions himself and how he moves himself to put himself in an advantage, and how he can potentially often catch other team off guard. To start off with here though, I want to talk about Navi's strat and how s1mple plays this one. It's a very interesting strategy, I'm sure you saw it at the beginning. It's going to be a strat towards the B site where they show the bomb and they all face towards a certain player, which of course you normally play a game of CS, you're like, bomb's at B, everyone's like, yep, sweet, I'm rotating over. Then s1mple's going to sell a huge fake here. So initially you're going to see the two smokes come out, and a very important thing is they don't do the very standard ramp smoke. So if I pause it right now, you'll see what they're doing here. Navi intentionally showing the bomb. Look at the map, they've smoked off this choke point here, and Zeus has smoked off any information along here. So what they've done initially is there's no information for the CTs here, which means they can't see if the bomb actually crosses. All they can see is where the bomb is in this position here, and that's what they're doing. So notice all the players, Flame and Edward, are all facing here towards this the CT rotation in through the connector. So as the player peeks, as Nico or Guardian's about to, you see Guardian has to face 3-4 players. Even though he gets the 1 kill, he does see the bomb. You see right now the bomb call comes over, and look at the map. I want you to notice how Karrigan and Rain adjust. So there's the bomb's been seen, and they're off. They're pretty confident. Right, I have the bomb. Now this is the interesting thing. You can see right now, s1mple definitely could have walked onto site and planted the bomb, and he's gotten his $800 bonus for his team. But they're not in a good position to win this round. They have a lot of map control. The smokes are up, but yeah, Zeus just got the kill. Maybe if he got the kill a bit sooner, he could have seen something. You can see there are definitely the gun disadvantages. They're going to be struggling to hold this B site. As we know, B is a lot easier to retake than A. So s1mple is basically, they've put a lot of trust in him, and I agree with this because s1mple is an incredible player, and he's going to rotate back here towards the A, basically sell the entire fake by himself. To see all the CT players start to get killed, they're still playing it as if they normally would. Zeus is still here, they're still trying to take fights. Notice s1mple is just about to start, and he's planning on the A site. Rain hears this, and Rain heads over here. And this is where s1mple takes advantage of the fact that Rain is quite aggressive, trying to work out what's going on. And s1mple definitely does the right thing here. I see a lot of players, I'm just playing with them in puzzles, whatever, they get in a clutch 1v2, 1v3. They don't create anything for themselves. They just sit around, maybe plant the bomb, and you might go, okay, I'm going to go and sit, I don't know, here. I'm going to try and hide myself on the side, hold this angle, and then as soon as I hear the bomb tap, I'm going to try and peek. Whereas in this situation, you really need to find yourself a kill and not really play for time. And you see, s1mple, of course, always has the CZ, so if you can steal a gun away, that's going to be very helpful as well. Exactly what he does. He pushes into connector, the most likely spot to find a CT quickly, because that's what he needs to do here. Turn it into a 1v2 and then play his numbers. So he does exactly this, catches Rain off guard, and quickly collects the AK. Now, this is very important in the end. Then again, notice s1mple's positioning. This is how not everyone would clutch, but I like this method. I can see the thought process behind it. So he's in a very open position, but again, he's trying to create an angle because obviously the CTs, their goal in this situation is to pincer onto the site together and basically have a 2v1 fight. And if s1mple's in a position you're not really expecting them to be, they can't really get to a position where they can tap the bomb and then double face or cover their angles, and you're doing something right, and you can definitely win the round. So that's what s1mple's about to do. So he sits up here, up on the bomb train, a very interesting position. And you see he's just looking for this fight. He's like, where are they going to come from? What's going to happen? And this flash gives it away. So he knows now where he's going to get his first kill from. If I'm Guardian, I think a flash is maybe necessary. You only have a 6 HP, but you got to remember it also gives away your positioning when you're throwing utility like this. This is something to consider. Guardian obviously chose to flashbang. I'm not really going to talk about whether that was the correct or incorrect decision, but he decides to do so, and s1mple's able to get a headshot. Now straight away he knows where's the second player going to come from. He has to basically take his guess, and just with pure aim, he's going to guess connector. I don't think he knew Nico was going to come from there. Very likely spot for the player to come from, and he just wins the 3v1. So the way he positions himself, he's always prepared to take a fight. He's not letting the CTs bring the fight to him. Is the way I definitely prefer to clutch, and I think it's definitely a player like s1mple and stuff prefers to clutch. Even players like Zipex, they will take fights in situations, especially 3v1s when they need to. And I also thought that fake was very clever by Navi, showing the bomb as well as like 4 players facing to the position, so they initially could get a trade, or you saw Guardian got tagged down very low. I thought the fake was extremely good, and a lot of faith put into s1mple to win that 3v1. Obviously they were hoping to kill more than a couple of players when they took the site, but still Simple gets the job done, and really it's quite a good round. You can see a lot of things broken down into it, and a lot of important and individual things did happen in that one. Another thing Simple likes to do on train, and a lot of players will do this, is you can just jump down pop log really quickly. You can often catch a CT off guard. This is because as a T player, you have to respect that a CT can get there before you, and if you drop into them dry, you're going to have a disadvantage at this peak. So you imagine right now Simple's dropping into a CT is at a disadvantage. You can see because he's down here so fast and he's able to pick himself into an angle, Rain is a little bit too aggressive and Simple's able to get an easy pick off to him. It's just something to throw into your game every now and then, go really aggressive down pop log, show no respect. I know it's a playstyle some of us have to get used to, but it's definitely a good way to throw something in and often catch a CT off guard and really open up a round for your team. Now secondly, this one, I know this one's about Simple, but I just want to talk about what Nico does here, because it is relatively smart. Simple's going to get a nice little pick here as Guardian comes in, but notice his Molotov movement. He knows Nico has to be around here somewhere, so he clears at this position here. But look how smart Nico is about his movement. He just backs off like this, and he backs off out of the way of Simple. And this is something to consider, especially when the T side, or the opposition really, is using utility against you. Think about what they're trying to achieve, and Simple's trying to achieve getting a pick here, and Nico does a fabulous job of turning this into a keeping this a 2v1, so rather than it possibly turning into 1v1 between Olivmeister and Nico. So he backs off, then when he sees that utility flying through the air, that's when he decides to reposition, because he knows Simple has to really have time to reload his gun, or however you want to call it, redraw his gun after throwing that smoke in towards the pop, and that's when he repositions. So it's not this video is about Simple, but the way Nico plays that is very smart, just a few little things to note. Now one thing about Simple, which you might have noticed in that 3v1 clutch, is he puts himself in positions where he can peek really quickly a whole lot of angles. Like you noticed around that bomb train, he was in a position where he could peek towards Ivy. He's also in a spot where he can very quickly peek back towards the connector. And that's something Simple continues on his CT side when you see him reposition, especially on this rotate over towards A. So I'm going to speed this up. And again, it's the bomb train because this is a good example on train of it. You see he's going to pick his angle, so he's not going towards here. Edward does move up to cover this, so this is the reason for Simple's reposition. You see he's able to swing out here and catch Guardian off guard. And look how fast he is here at repositioning. He's so close to the bomb train again. He gets up straight away. He wants to find another angle to try and get another pick and really shut this one down. He finds Nico, and even now he works out where the last player is, and he's still swinging out wide. And the train's a really good example of this, because especially A, because this kind of area here is very close, and there's a whole lot of different angles to check. But just notice the way Simple is very aggressive, obviously a very confident player, but in these spots like the bomb train, he's definitely not scared. Peek this angle, jump up, he's got a different angle here, both very powerful angles with the AWP. And really, Simple with an AWP, I don't think I prefer anyone else holding down an angle. And that's it guys. I'm actually live streaming right now if you're watching this video in the first couple of hours, so make sure to come check me out, maybe hang, ask me a few questions, whatever you want to do. I'll definitely be interacting with chat. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.